This is a politically intended protest to destabilize the country. This protest is against the judiciary, and I'm very much disappointed seeing Mr. Roy Ajioko, who is the lawyer to to Nnamdi Kanu, at that same rally. Is a prejudice. As a lawyer, you are not intended to equally raise such intentions against a sitting court that is ongoing in a matter. And specifically, we have to go down to memory lane. Who is this person that is undergoing criminal prosecution? That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has a record, criminal records that showed how people were massacred upon his instructions, and several other carnage that were carried out by the IPOB and the ESN. Now, Sowore had gone far and wide to destabilize this country. He found solace in the Ohese Indigo and some other Igbo group trying to use and play the ethnic card, having lost validation of some of his antics. Now going further to using the Nnamdi Kanu as a decoy is a total destabilization. Looking at the entire protest today validate our fears, which is Atiku Abubakar equally solidarized. It shows that these are the hands of Esau that are really against the state, and Nigerian state cannot afford another civil war. What has just happened today is just a total plot that was premeditated, that was well orchestrated and well funded. And you can see from the foregoing circumstances, Sowore himself was aware there was a court order. They violated every inch of that court order. And does that mean a presidential candidate of another political party who is just an opposition also had one or two issues that he is also promoting, which is anti-democracy? And for us, as the coalition of certain groups, we sat and we looked at the entire scenario. If these protests were geared towards something that has to do with our democracy, we all rally around. Democracy is for all of us. But this is not a protest. This is a plot to cause war. And we have seen every ingredient of it, that it is a means to mislead the Igbo people. The Igbo people are our friends. We don't have enemy in the Igbo people, but nobody should use them as a cannon folder to mislead them into what they have no intentions to be part of.
You see, when I tell them, I say, sure, when I know it's the guy they make, when I don't believe me, how you go now, how far? I tell them, I say, sure, when a person will be saying, what you want to eat, food when you want to eat, now they fight for. Because when they see these guys as one kind Superman, when we say they get money, no, as sure, apart from Sahara Reporter and what will be the source of income? There is no source of income. Now, just this protest and all this big, now sure, we they eat. Now, sure, when I don't collect money from some Igbo people, when believe, say, okay, Ingo protest, Ingo shake the government, then they will not release Nnamdi Kanu, then how far I go today? Because which kind of protest? Protest, we say people won't go there, the law is 20. It no spread money. Even, okay, let's just pretend, say, okay, people don't want to come outside. Why no free rent people? At least rent 1,000 people. Then they pay for people to come outside for protest in most countries, even in America, even in the UK, that they pay, that they give money. People now will come outside. They give show away money, but you not spread the money. He keep the home, because if they find money, this guy had never touched money for a very long time. Don't forget, say, Buhari put him for inside prison for a long time, and they try and say, make him no come up for Abuja. So the guy, they get issue with monetary aspect. That is why he just come for this big level. Because you see, Sowore and Very Dark Man, these guys are the same thing. They'll take money and they'll just make small noise, then everybody don't enter house. As you don't make that noise today, now everybody don't enter house. You don't do a job. You get what I'm saying? So why I they tell them, when they believe me, this guy now, in that they can't, they will release him. They will release him, but not be now. They will release him. Government is going to release him, but not now. Not now, because there are some things they need to settle. I don't talk for the order of my video before. There are some things that the government, they will release him. They will release him.
It is morally reprehensible and politically irresponsible that some individuals who claim to be Democrats are openly advocating for the release of a man whose violent and sectionist agenda has claimed over 1,200 innocent lives, including more than 400 security personnel, banned over 100 police stations, and caused the destruction of property worth over 450 billion across the southeast. CNG warns that no amount of street protest or emotional manipulation will erase these atrocities or compel the Nigerian state to compromise the rule of law. The coalition of northern groups therefore condemns unequivocally the planned protest for Kanu's release, describing them as reckless, provocative, and a direct affront to Nigerian sovereignty and judiciary. 2. Urge the federal government to see Kanu's trial to its logical conclusion, ensuring that justice is neither delayed nor diluted under political pressure. 3. Call on security agencies to remain alert and proactive in preventing any breakdown of law and order during this orchestrated protest. Demands an immediate investigation into individuals and organizations funding, coordinating, or promoting these destabilizing protests under the guise of human rights advocacy.
If it was properly organized, government would have allowed them to come to the National Assembly, present their grievances in a peaceful manner, and then go home. Somebody would have been there to receive their protest letter, and then everybody go home. But when he went about to calling everybody, calling market women, calling the whole Nigerians, how do you think government will just sit down and be watching and listening? They had to react because the protest, as usual, will get out of hand, as it's getting out of hand now.
Barrister, we have not.
Sowore, you say you do protest. We are marching to the Aso Rock. We are going to meet the president. You feel say president has na lounge when you just talk say you won't go. You not tell people when you carry call make do protest say make they wear canvas. You wear canvas because what are people wey wear palm? They never even shoot two normal kalase kaka. You don't run. Just normal 2 AK you dey run. You not be leader. You not be really leader. If you say you want it, you go for agitation. If they shoot gun, you go to waka enter the bullets. That's what it be. Say you be leader, you dey run. How you expect your follower go look you? Dodo. Weekend here. Dodo where they don't fry too tight, so don't soft. Say you run. Sorry, you form my hand. Form my hand, no. Activists wey dey run for sound of gun. Not be activists now. Baba, go to another business. What is your business? And they say now Wagba business normally that you don't get content already. You show your client say, but I don't deliver. I shake the country normally. I'm not saying that normal content, you don't get highlights because normally the king of highlights. That highlight when you don't get too, I like the fact say you don't get at. Now that one I just get after. If you engage on anything called, you they put down in the name of peaceful protest, Nigerian government not they tolerate the unity of this country. You don't wake up on money, won't destabilize the peace of this country. Now God save you today. Now big God save you. Next time when you want to probably go protest, tell them they wear canvas. Because when you wear canvas, the rest wear palm. Serious.
Make una mark this Baba face. Now him lead counter protest today against Nnamdi Kanu. They talk say make they no release Nnamdi Kanu, make they follow rule of law. Akoko. Now only for Tinubu regime I dey see counter protest. If they give you small money, you go start dey misbehave. Meanwhile, early morning, Sowore, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, his brother and 2 priests storm where they go do protest. Before they could shout free Nnamdi Kanu, tear gas, pew pew, everywhere. They run, scatter. I don't even know say Sowore sabi run like this. By 10 a.m., they see near Labour House Bridge, already hot. Police block road, tear gas fly, people scatter. Some still hold ground, even when smoke choke them. One AFP journalist and Kanu's lawyers, Ali Ejimako, were among those arrested. The police later talk say they use tear gas because the protesters go against a court order. The one wey stop public demonstration for certain parts of Abuja. But the crowd no gree. They regrouped later and continued their march chanting free Kanu while police vans patrol every corner. Traffic jam hold the city, especially around the 3-arm zone and Tri-Slab Hazelton. People where they go walk nearly turn marathon runners. Videos for social media show men and women running, coughing, still waving flags, some shouting that Nnamdi Kanu's case no be about law again, but politics. But the protest still massive because not be only for Abuja they have protests, they also had at Abia State and other places where I know shall know, but I see video. For background, Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention since June 2021, facing terrorism related charges. He was first arrested in 2015 jumped bail in 2017, then court again for Kenya in 2021. Recently, a Nigerian court refused to dismiss his case, saying there is still evidence to continue his trial. Now, Abuja people divided. Some say, let the man face the law. Others say, release him. The government just dey fear his voice. Whatever side you stand, one thing clear: this protest shows say Nnamdi Kanu matter still dey hot, and the call for justice never quit. As usual, follow for more updates.
Sowore came out to protest against the unlawful detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In as much as I commend and I love the activism of Sowore against unlawful detention, we must tell ourselves the truth. Justice is found in the courts and not on the streets. This matter is still in court, and as at now, the court has not yet passed any order to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because the matter is still contesting in court. You understand that? Coming out to go on the streets to protest against the releases, almost like disregarding judicial process or trying to jump judicial process. Since the matter is in court, just be patient or go to court and contest it in court. And when you win the case and the court say, okay, let's release the man, and the federal government now still insists in keeping him, that is when you can come out to protest. So I think this protest is irrelevant, and so we have to go home and sleep, because this protest can never be fruitful if it's about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am being honest, based on the law, and fact check me. That being said, I have Council Smiles, and as always, follow me for more legal tips.
The average person, because the average person that went on the street today, these places that you are mentioning, the National Assembly, the Sowore Villa, all of these are places where you find the powerful and the mighty in Nigeria. Is that what you are protecting?
Definitely not. Like I said, no matter where you protest, your voices will be heard. In fact, this is the age of internet and ICT. People would always make videos and stream and make their voices heard. So it's not about that. There was a group that protested along this road some years back, and it was anarchy, it was chaos. In fact, I remember that the ambulance that was there was burnt down. So we've seen this before, and we need to learn from incidents that have happened in the past. So we would not allow this to happen, especially when we see the red flags, when we get the intel, the intelligence that such a thing is going to happen. We are duty bound to take every preemptive step to make sure it doesn't happen.
So what intelligence did the police have to suggest that this one was going to escalate to the point that it's going to put the lives of the president living in the presidential villa, the lives of the lawmakers in jeopardy, or any properties in jeopardy?
Thank you very much. We might not be able to go into details of the intelligence, but it's enough to say that everything we did was in good faith to protect Nigerians and protect the city. So we're saying it again that we approached the court listened to us and graciously granted. Are you
able to make available this court order so that Nigerians can be able to see the content of what the court is restricting these protesters who are unarmed? By the way, the allegations that you fire live ammunition. What did they do to live ammunition? Did you want to kill them, or what exactly was the problem?
Number one, the court order is not a classified document. It's readily available.
But the copy that you have, you were the one who went to court.
Yes. I can make a copy available. Yeah. You can also just...
You did that in ex parte. That means that you appear before the court in exclusively to before the police and the court.
Yes, and it is clearly stated in that same order that the other party should appear.
So we believe that with this kind of demonstration, we are for peace, and the president will be happy with us.
I won't be surprised if further investigative journalists, investigate further. They will find out that probably these counter protesters were funded by a group that is not in support of the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest. But the fact still remains. Constitutionally, Nigerians at whatever level have the right to freedom of expression, freedom of association, freedom of movement. So when you put all of these rights together, it is expected.
What they are trying to do is that they know they don't have a case. And the lead lawyer, who has been challenging them, they want to put him away. At the time that they said his clients should open his defense. You are the one who said go and open his defense. Yes. The lawyer is preparing, but now you are taking the lawyer away so that he cannot prepare for him to open his defense. What we're trying to say is that we got here this morning, and lo and behold, the police has rushed here without letting his lawyers be aware of their client's whereabouts. And the judge, upon discovering that there was no lawyer around, has sent them to the jail. That was the goal of the illegal IG, to send this guy away. That's the goal of Tinubu, to make sure that there are no lawyers to defend him when he returns to court, to open his defense. That is it. That is the tactic you are saying now. And you see that they're also sponsoring propaganda that it was Sowore that got them arrested. Yeah. It is part of the propaganda so that they will use that to divide us. Propaganda. Yes. And we are used to that. I am here to get Nnamdi Kanu released.
Yes.
And nobody who is being held, including Igbos that were tagged IPOB members, who are all languishing in several detentions, in Wanwa Barrack, in Tiger Base, we will get everybody out.
Yes.
It's either we are free in this country or we ensure that we fight for our independence again.
Exactly. Yes.
That is
freedom or nothing.
That is why I have no apologies. When you hear me say that Nigeria needs a revolution, this is what I mean.
Yes, we need a revolution.
Without a revolution, everybody will take you for a granted. Even a chicken can take you for a granted. Bees, flies, we take you for granted. Rats, we take you for granted. But in this case, we are prepared for whatever it will take. That's why they never thought I could come out yesterday. And they said, after the tear gas was, they thought it was over. Yes. We protested in this Abuja in 6 places. Yes. We were emerging in different parts of the city. And with their help, they were able to help us shut down the city. Exactly. Even the judge who gave an order that we cannot go to Aso Road could not resume to work yesterday. We hear his own case. So, but just be prepared. Those of you who were afraid this last time or who were convinced not to come out, know that nothing can happen to you if we all unite and mass. Exactly. If the mass decide today that we want Nnamdi Kanu release, they will release him.
When people say yes, nobody can say no. Revolution! No! Revolution! Come on.
No. Barrister, there's an update. That's an update. It's not today.
After we meet here, I'm telling you, you can arrest on my Free Nnamdi Kanu! No! 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 Freedom Nnamdi Kanu! Freedom Nnamdi Kanu! Freedom Nnamdi Kanu! When we are here, freedom Nnamdi Kanu! Freedom Nnamdi Kanu! Freedom Nnamdi Kanu! When we are here, freedom Nnamdi Kanu! We are ready! Freedom Nnamdi Kanu! 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 When we are here, freedom Nnamdi Kanu! When we are here, freedom Nnamdi Kanu! Freedom Nnamdi Kanu! Nobody can say no.
promote am.
No. Barrister, there's an update. There's an update. It's not today.
After we meet here, I'm telling you, you get a restricted lawyer. Free Nnamdi Kanu! 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 Free Nnamdi Kanu!
Welcome back to Gistline. So yesterday's protest that happened in Abuja, which was calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, has turned into a hot topic that we are all aware of. So activist and a politician Omoyele Sowore, he joined the protest to demand justice and freedom for the detained IPOB leader. But it didn't take long before some northern leaders came out blasting him for it. Some of them they accused him of supporting division and stirring trouble in the country. But honestly, that's even far from the truth. Let's be real now. Let's be honest with each other. Sowore has always stood for justice and human rights. He might have his own bad side. And okay, some people will say that it's just a political move and all that. But this is not tribal or regional politics. Whether it's the north, south, east or west, the man has been consistent about fighting oppression and holding the government accountable. So why attack him now just because he's calling for Nnamdi Kanu's release? If anything, more people should be standing up like Sowore instead of trying to silence voices that speak against injustice. And I feel that the fact that is Nnamdi Kanu, this man has been in detention for too long without any fair resolution. Every day they keep postponing and they just come. Okay, last time they say they've granted him bail, but till now that man is still there. And a lot of people came out yesterday for the protest. That's to show you how Nigerians are frustrated and tired. And instead of the police to even fight for these people or stand by the citizens, they were even the ones firing tear gas at citizens. And Nigerians are tired of selective justice. See Boko Haram leaders, they go there to negotiate with them. Meanwhile, this man is still in detention. So Sowore's call for freedom isn't about taking sides for me. It's about demanding fairness and human rights for everyone. And I feel that instead of blasting him, the northern leaders should focus on the real issue, which is insecurity, poverty and corruption that is tearing the country apart. At least we all know that Sowore has the courage to speak up when others remain silent. So what do you think about this whole thing? Do you think the northern leaders are right for saying he shouldn't have come out to protest? Or what's your thoughts? Please drop your thoughts in the comment section. And please, if today is the first time joining my channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Justice is injustice, whether it happened to a person where I agree with or not. How does continuous holding Nnamdi Kanu help the situation? How does it bring peace and stability to the south, to the region and the country? In a country where president they free known convicted drug dealers, convicted murderers, convicted kidnappers, then you should release the man. In a country where kidnappers, bandits, they hold stakeholder meetings for casino, where security and insecurity officials are meeting together. So they don't hold them. How do you hold him perpetually? So whether has he not even been held for more than a possible prison sentence? How many years they for sentence him? So free him and let the Southeast have peace. To restore peace and prosperity to the region. That is the most important thing. President Tinubu free Nnamdi Kanu. Let the man go and think of how to build the country. When they give repentant Boko Haram, they even employ them inside Nigerian army. So what did Nnamdi Kanu do with free the man and begin to restore peace to the region and prosperity? The Southeast deserve peace, they deserve justice and they deserve prosperity. This government must stop this criminality and illegality. Release the man, free Nnamdi Kanu. What do we want? Free Nnamdi Kanu.
I saw it, a video of jollof rice where he was advising the president of Nigeria to arrest Sowore because he dared to protest for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Say anywhere with the see Sowore, may they arrest him because, according to him, the Southeast, without Nnamdi Kanu, has experienced stability and peace over the years, and that the release of Nnamdi Kanu will further escalate the tension in that region. So he's calling on President Tinubu and other security agencies to arrest him using any type of force we see that we feel use when they arrest Sowore. You know, the truth is that somebody like Jollof Rice is not fit to live in a society that is okay. You know why? Because they know, say, if the society is good and human rights are respected, he not go get any gig at all. Okay, what is the profession of Jollof Rice? What does it do? Apart from, you know, following politicians and singing praises to musicians. I remember recently he was talking about Whiskey not giving him money and all that after luring him to. Whiskey not be your mate. Whiskey is young enough to be like your younger brother. If they follow up and down, imagine if Whiskey give you money, you go shut up. You know the shame. You know the shame with Jollof. Jollof not the shame at all. Right? Disappointment to the people of Delta State. Unfortunately, that's my state. And I thank God, say, you know, be from my tribe. I think you'll be Shekiri also. But you are a disappointment to the entire states.